Welcome to Look, Learn and Make. My name is Ernest and today we're going to learn the art of origami. Origami is a Japanese paper art that starts from a square sheet of paper like the one I have in my hand right now. And since it's not easy to get a square sheet of paper like this, I'm going to teach you how to make one. So you may have a rectangular piece of paper just like this one, and this is how you're going to do it. Take your piece of paper and take one corner, fold it to the edge. And so if you've got a square sheet of paper, that's fine, you can start with that. But if you don't, I'm going to teach you how to do that, how to make a square sheet of paper. Using your rectangular piece of paper, just take one edge to one horizontal end and make sure that the edges align very well. And once they're aligned, you can just flatten out the paper, and then you've got this piece that's left unattended. So we're just gonna take a piece of our pair of scissors and cut off this piece of paper. That's a single flap, and that is an accurate square piece of paper. And so most origami pieces begin with a square sheet of paper. If you took a rule and measured the sides, you find that it is really accurate. And we're gonna make a box using what I call, or rather what origami artists call, mountain folds and valley folds. Okay, and so we call them mountain folds and valley folds because if you look at the paper like this, it looks like a valley. If you turn it the other way, it looks like a mountain. Okay, I'm just gonna make that crease, and make sure that you have one again on the opposite side by folding just along the diagonals, and you have to make sure it's accurate. And then you're going to create more valley folds along the verticals. So we're going to do that halfway. Just make sure that it's accurate, and use my fingers to crease out the paper, and then do that on the opposite side. So what you have are 4 lines crossing the paper and smack in the middle, intersecting. So once you have those pieces, once you have those lines ready, we're gonna crease the edges of the paper by bringing the corners to the center like this. I'm gonna take one edge and just bring it to the center like that, and just crease it out. Okay, and I'm gonna do that for all sides. So just do that. Straighten out the creases. Okay, and then undo them, and then make sure that we do that again. Now we're gonna fold halfway from the top to the crease that we just made, and then fold it again, and then just again to the center, and then make sure that it doesn't go past the center like that, and then unfold. Okay, so you do that for all 3 other sides as well. Fold to one crease, fold. Okay, so mountain folds and valley folds. Like I explained, if you look at the paper from a distance, it looks like it's formed valleys and mountains. That's why they're called mountain folds and valley folds. And you do it on the final side. Okay, and when you undo all the creases you made, you realize that you've got several squares on your bigger square, and all the squares are actually equal. But you need to take note of the square, the bigger square in the middle, which is made up of 4 small squares. Okay, so that is going to be our guiding shape to help us make the box that we're making. So what you need to do is just place the paper using one of the edges facing you, and using that as a guide, just take one of the edges, take it to the center, do that on the other side as well. Okay, and then we're going to raise the paper. We're using the middle square as our guide. Raise the paper on both sides. Okay, now using your index finger, I'm going to collapse the paper. I'm going to collapse the paper, and the creases that we've made just help do this naturally. I'm just going to push that in And as I push it in, you realize that the third wall raises itself, it just comes up naturally. And what I need to do is that I need to push it in on the inside. And so still holding the new wall, and you have to be careful so that it doesn't pop out. It's very easy to do that. Using your index fingers again, you collapse the other creases while holding the two walls, and the paper will just naturally rise, and just like that, and you push that in. And once all 4 pointed edges are in the center, you can just make sure that the creases are neat. They're almost there. Fantastic. And voila, look at that. We got a square piece of paper that's turned into an origami box. Now you just need to play around with the creases to make sure that they are tight, and most people would prefer to put some glue at the bottom so that it sticks permanently. So I mean, you could do that if you like, but the beauty of origami is that there's no glue involved. It's just pieces of paper made without any glue, no sellotape, to come out into beautiful shapes. And that's it for today.